Hello, everyone. It's Andrea, and welcome to this edition of Talks in the Car. Yesterday, we had a conversation about rejection and how we have to be able to look past the things that people say, the way that people have made us feel, our sense of low self esteem, our sense of not being wanted. A sense of being pushed away, how we have to look at those things and figure out ways in which to override those and not to accept rejection, not to accept the fact that we feel passed over or that someone is better than we are. But I want to also share with you on today that the feelings that we have inside are legitimate feelings. Now, how we handle those feelings is something that we need to do in a positive way. But the feelings that you have, for whatever the reasons are, whether or not you feel jealous about something, whether or not you feel lonely, whether or not you feel rejected, some of those things that you feel are legitimate reasons, and you not need to allow people to make you feel condemned, to make you feel bad, to make you feel as if those feelings are not valid, because they are. Now, when we feel certain ways, if we feel lonely, if we feel hurt, if we feel angry, if we feel frustrated, if we feel depressed, all of those things, like I said, are legitimate. But what we have to keep in mind is how we deal with those things. It's not good to leave certain emotions bottled up inside, because physically it can really eat away at your insides, and then mentally it can attack how you look at things and how you deal with things in moving forward. So I want to encourage you today that if you are feeling certain emotions that people would consider negative, or even if you consider negative, be real with yourself, be honest with yourself, feel what you feel, express what you feel, but do so in a positive manner, and then be able to let it go. If you're feeling lonely, it's okay to acknowledge that, especially you may be lonely if you're single. You could be lonely within a marriage where the intimacy and the connection is no longer there or is being challenged. Maybe you are a spouse who is away from your husband, away from your wife due to being in the military, and you're feeling lonely, you're feeling overwhelmed with the things that you have to do as a quote single person. But with that being said, do not allow things to fester in you. Do not allow things to just compound in you. Use the creativity that God has given you. Use your words. Use your voice. Use anything that God has given you in order to manage the feelings that you have. Don't allow things to just sit and, like I said, to fester and to grow, because that is not healthy mentally, it's not healthy physically, and it's definitely not healthy spiritually. But again, don't allow people to make you feel bad because you feel a certain way, or that you've opted to share and to vocalize what you're feeling. Those feelings that we have, depression, jealousy, loneliness, feeling sad, those things are emotions that are the opposite of some of the other things that we feel, but they're things that God allows us to experience in order to get our radar up, in order to see that, something is wrong and something needs to be done and something may need to change. So don't ignore them. Don't push them aside. Don't allow people to make you feel that you are wrong or that you are weak because you feel certain things. The fact that you opt to share, the fact that you opt to vocalize, the fact that you opt to put certain feelings on paper is actually a strength, because it shows your vulnerability. It shows your transparency. It shows that you are human. And a lot of times we have to act like superheroes. We may be feeling one particular way, but we're not allowed to show those to the world. And those are the things that can cause migraine headaches. Those are the things that can cause ulcers. Those are the things that can cause heart palpitations and anxiety and hard to breathe, and all those things are connected. So I encourage you today, if you are experiencing some hard emotions, I encourage you to find ways to get those out of you. Like I said, you can sing, you can write. If you're a crafter, you can do some crafting. If you like to go out and jog and run or go to the gym, do some painting, talk to someone, talk to a good confidant, talk to a therapist. Do those things that will cleanse you of that burden, that will cleanse you of the things that can weigh you down. Get those things out, feel them, acknowledge them, but don't stay there. And that is the key. It's okay to feel certain emotions, but what will hurt you is when you choose not to get them out and you stay where you are. Get them out so that you can move forward. Get them out so that you can be more creative in different ways. Get them out so that you can grow higher. Get them out so that you can heal what's going on inside you. Don't be afraid to deal with your emotions. Don't be afraid to share them with trusted people in your life. Don't be afraid to let go, because when you let go, that's when your healing comes. When you let go, that's when you can breathe, and when you can exhale, and when you can relax, and when you can move forward. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time on Talks in the Car.